So what all do you have to tell her besides, hey, the supply caravan's here?
We'll report that there is a startling number of unusual creatures along the path, but none that were directly hostile.
Oh,
And then
that's
I think,
standard for around here.
and then can't really think of much reason not to share what Mayor Dale told us.
You mean about what happened after he came to, as it were?
Yeah, so Buzzrut and Sheriff Bronson heading off towards the Presley estate.
Yeah, he gathered us in the saloon so that he could tell us a couple days ago.
Likes telling stories, don't he?
It appears so, yes. I'm just happy that doesn't appear to be malevolent in any way.
The mayor, you mean?
Yes.
Have you sent anybody to check the Presley estate?
Not recently, no. Last time I remember sending reports was a couple years ago.
Is that something you wished for us to investigate still?
Well, if you're still keen on doing it.
Gentlemen, I look at Atticus and Abner and Garmram, Kuka.
Mm-hmm.
Curious to visit this Presley estate?
Sure, why not?
Seems to be the next logical place.
Then there you have it.
Well, do watch out for the local fauna and flora. Last we've heard, there's some, what do you call them? There's some tree people that are around there that you could ask for help. Anytime we've sent anyone recently, it's a relative term, we've gotten correspondence from some of the tree dwellers around there, but if they don't look intelligent, just be sure to be on your guard.
Can do.
I guess I should clarify. Our reports say that they seem to be, imagine a tree, as you would, but the stumps split into legs, and there are more stumps from the chest as your typical bipedal humanoid. They are reported as having particularly fearsome facial features, but apparently they are not hostile unless you decide to harm their woods. So I would refrain from doing that.
Noted. So no
Hmm.
firewood.
There are also no confirmed sightings of Fae. However, there is rumors, speculation.
It would not be surprising, in other words.
Correct.
All right. Has anything happened or changed around here, or has it been quiet since the battle?
Besides the mayor appearing from nowhere, it seems. Nothing so far.
All right. Then we shall leave you to it to fortify and set up while we investigate the Presley estate to see if there's any truth to Mr. Dale's story.
Just as a heads up when you return, we do plan on getting battlements for the archers on top of the saloon and various other buildings. Whenever you come back, just be sure not to antagonize them from a distance. It'd be hard to tell, friend from foe at certain distances.
In this mysterious fog, in a place that's more dangerous than usual.
Correct.
Very well. Anything my compatriots would like to ask or concern themselves with?
I'm good.
Nothing for the time being.
Speaking of this fog, if you're going to the Presley estate, it is quite a ways down a cliff face, so make sure not to walk off to your doom. There's a trail on the southwestern side, I believe, that leads all the way down.
Also good to know.
You could also follow the river if you wish, but you may get tangled up in the forest and undergrowth. I would recommend approaching from the north.
Okay.
And at that, do you have anything else before you wish to leave? I think you guys did get extra food at some point before this.
Yeah, let's pick up some extra food and stuff.
Well, one ration was a week. Yeah, I think you all have 2 weeks of food, so that is correct. Okay. So the estate is it's only about an hour from here if you go on foot. You get to the edge of a cliff, as she said, and there's a winding path down that loops about 4 times before it gets to the bottom. But from here, you can see the fog appears to be from the manor and going up the cliff as if it's climbing over it, and then a wave of it is coming out further up into the town where you guys started. You can also see a bright spot in the fog where somebody has a fire going at the bottom. More importantly, from this vantage point, you can see just the tippy top of the mansion. On the, it's your left, so that would make it the eastern side. There is an extremely large tree that is taller than the mansion itself, and the mansion is like 3 stories. And the tree is old and rotten, and it looks as though a branch has fallen off and smashed open the roof of the manor. Other than that, what used to be the hedges in the front appear to have overgrown massively to the point of becoming trees with vines overlapping all across the way and giant thorned roots sticking out of the ground. You could assume they're like 10 to 15 feet tall, and they form a nice, what would you even call that, an overlapping lattice, uh, in the path that goes straight up to the front door of the manor. You can also see there is a guest house, stables, workers' quarters, and a storehouse of some kind. Also, whomst has crafting besides Atticus?
I do.
I could make a nature check or burn the whole thing to the ground.
Give me a hidden. I hope this works if I do this on Kuka. Okay, it does. A hidden crafting.
Okay.
I don't think anybody has architecture or anything, so
No, I don't.
I guess society would also work in terms of like housing.
There you go.
Okay, Atticus, you notice the big manor appears to slouch in the center. Let me draw this for you. So it's like you've got the nice fancy roof and then the entire house. It appears as though there is weight on this center portion, so this whole middle part of it is slouching. And Kuka realizes there must be some type of fault that has opened up underneath of it, or a sinkhole to cause this type of structural damage.
Alrighty. So we have an unstable structure with overgrown foliage and a hole in its roof and a slouch in the middle.
Do we think maybe that has something to do with the dead tree? If a tree was growing in the building and it had a large enough root system and then it died, there'd presumably be once it decayed away, a gap where the roots were. However, you wouldn't think tree would be built into a mansion foundation.
Nope. Though if somebody was trying to do some shoddy amateur subterranean digging for body part smuggling for some reason, that might also cause it. Or just general disrepair. Either way, not a house I'm keen to get inside for too long, or to really shake up, unless we planned on doing it and we stayed outside. More than happy to bring the roof down on top of anybody else.
Not quite keen on causing structural damage just yet. That could hide or damage clues that we might need.
Anything else you want to inspect?
Can I identify any of the foliage within the hedge maze?
Give me another secret, probably nature, unless your survival is better.
Let's take a little looky-loo. Nature is much better.
You can't seem to identify anything specifically, but that is because you notice these plants appear to have been corrupted by some type of extraplanar influence. You can notice looking through the canopy that there are patches that have begun to gray and wither and change all types of odd colors.
Ah, that's no good. So we might be looking at all sorts of fucked up plants, and my desire to cause structural damage increases. Uh, we definitely don't really want to go through that garden.
I've got bad news. The hedge forest has grown all around the mansion. In fact, here's an important note to point out. It used to be a vineyard. On account of everything being like trees and giant thorned roots and things, none of those are grapes. I suppose the giant vines could uh, those could describe where some of the or what happened to some of the grape plants.
Just have to kind of dive in here.
I should also note that the particular mist that is coming out of here will not. It is dark, but it's not dark enough to interfere with those who don't have dark vision. And it is obscuring, but not enough to have things be concealed in it. So it's more like a extremely light fog, or almost like a color filter on what you're seeing. Other than that, is there anything else you would like to investigate from your nice little, I don't know, is this 100, 200 foot perch?
I don't think we have any means of like we don't have like a telescope or anything.
Yeah, those are expensive still, I'm pretty sure.
Why?
Because glass making is hard.
They have magic.
Yeah, but none of us are diviners.
Magnifying scope. Oh, that one's magical, though. It's item 3.
They don't have telescope, just a regular ass telescope.
They do, but I can't think of what it's called. What's another word for telescope?
Spyglass?
There you go. Spyglass, 20 gold.
Oh hey. Oh, that's not expensive at all.
Lets you see 8 times farther than normal.
Well, it's expensive for me because I'm broke. But, I don't know about you guys.
You can also get a fine spyglass that is 80, and it adds a +1 perception bonus.
Oh, that's nice.
Kind of pricey for me.
At that point, you may as well get the magnifying scope, because it's also a +1 to perception to seek creatures through the scope. And you can zoom in on your targets to make them easier to hit at a distance. Increase the range of your weapon on which the scope is attached by 1, or by 5. 1 square is what I was thinking. Dost thou wish to go down the winding path?
There's nowhere else to go, right?
Correct.
Let's go.
It's me, Cameron.
So after all this
Cameron
walking,
Diaz.
zigzagging down the slope, you get near the bottom, and about 50 feet from the front gate, there's the fire that you've seen. There is a group of goblins, a single hobgoblin, and I remember what those numbers were that I rolled now. There are 2 big bugbears that are slouched lazily in the foliage that turn around to kind of look at what you're doing. The goblins are the last ones to see you and jump up and pull out their guns, though the hobgoblin quickly just yells, shut up! Sit back down! And then he looks over to you and says, you with the sheriff?
Are we?
Mr. Bronson, you mean?
All I know is he's the town sheriff. Didn't ask.
From Snakebite Bluff.
Yeah, that one.
we're looking for him.
Yeah, well, if you want to look for him, there's the path. And they point to what is like a comedy cartoon hole that has been made through the hedge maze. It is like 13 feet tall. It's a very large hole.
You okay?
I was about to ask, is Wuzrat with him, but it seems obvious the answer is yes.
And what's our plan of action?
Yeah, boss went through that way. You can just follow the path they cut through, I'm sure. Just watch out for the thorns.
Thank you for your assistance, good sir.
Yeah, there's a reason he's in there and we're out here. Plants, fairies, blobby-doos, spooks. It's a big bird, small dragon, not sure.
So we'll encounter ghosts.
Did you say blobby doos?
Blobby-doos, uh-huh.
What are those?
You know, big, squishy, kind of water-like.
An ooze, perhaps.
Hmm.
Oh, by the way, if you hear one of us and it's not from behind you, it's not us. We fall back to a better position and wait here until the boss comes back out. We ain't moving.
Good to know.
Are there things out there that sound like you?
Certainly within the habits of the Fae to, if nothing else, try to trick you with a prank.
Don't know what it is. Don't care.
Do I remember exactly what it is?
You, sir, do not.
Sadness.
Yeah, well, if you're going in, we're gonna stay right here. And if something happens, we're gonna stay right here.
Okay. Shall we go then?
Mr. Gator will.
Right behind you.
Give me a. Let me move you to the map. But the map will just be for ambience. Give me a marching order. With the right being the front.
I'll be ahead.
Probably somewhere in the middle. Ooh,
I'll just keep
cute little
Kuka where
blowing
he's at.
leaves.
Do the leaves stop if I pause? Okay, good. There's your ambience.
Fancy. This is where we'll pick up next week?
We can go slightly further in until then, but yes.
Yeah, let's go slightly further in.
Mr. Gator and Atticus, can you see? I'm pretty sure you can.
I can see some stuff.
As long as it's not black.
What do you mean by black?
If the entire screen was black but your token.
Oh, no, I can see.
Okay, good. Because it is dark, but it is not that dark. It is dim light, so if you have low light vision, no penalty.
Time to
However,
cast light on my Aeon stone that's orbiting around my head.
I was going to say if you don't have low light vision, you will still be attacking them as if they're concealed. And looking as if they were concealed, I suppose. I'm pretty sure it has penalties to perception.
Does the light spell not help?
It will, yes. As long as
Then
you're
on
within
my
light.
Aeon stone it goes.
Is light upgraded to be brighter yet for you?
That's a good question. Let's take a look. Not yet.
Fourth
I need to be
level,
level
so
7th.
is that how it works?
It's half your level rounded up, I think.
Because you get first, second, third, fourth. So 7th, yeah. So it's still 20, 40, not 450, that's wrong. There you go. Can you see slightly better?
Thank you. Well, I can't see further out, but I do see the light, so it's less dim.
So as soon as you walk through this little path, this ogre shaped path, you notice shortly in, it does go to an actual path. So it appears as though he has burrowed through the hedges a little bit, but then gotten to the actual shaped form that the hedges are supposed to be.
He got to the maze and was like, all right, I'll walk the maze.
Yep. And you can see that there are roots that are roughly the thickness of a barrel, and they have spikes on them the size of ballista bolts. And then on the actual root itself, there are hair-like spines all along the non-thorned section. So it's like a bunch of tiny baby thorns all over it. And then along the actual path itself, you can see a damaged section of one of these roots sticking out of the underbrush. And it has a nice scaly brown substance on it.
What is that?
If you would like to investigate,
I would.
just perception apparently.
Is it blind or?
I don't think so because you don't know the DC.
Oh, well, I don't know how to unblind it.
Well, Mr. Gator, as you get close enough to inspect it, how do I do this again? Like this? There we go. You can feel the heat being drawn out of your cold blood.
Oh no, coldness. Oh, naturally, I'm going to back away from that.
Of course. Now, if you can just go around it, however, if anyone would like to take some of this, that's your only option. I don't know if anybody has survival,
I do.
but would you like to take the Hurdy mold?
I mean, can I protect myself from getting hurt by it if I take it?
That would be included in the roll, yes.
What a great roll result.
Yeah. That is actually. I don't think it matters in this case. So let me look. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Oh wow, that's a super bitch. So, Mr. Gator, that is actually a critical failure.
Oh no.
So even though you do not meet the conditions, apparently it triggers anyways.
God dang it.
Well, you succeed, so you take half of 20.
Owie.
Would you like to? It also expands.
I'm getting rid of it. Fuck this. I'm out.
It also expands. So would anyone else be following him in within 10 feet to try to scrape the fungus? This would be a good thing to actually have it on the map, but I don't. So I'll just say Mr. Gator gets frozen a bit.
If it was a hot fungus, I'd give it a shot, but I feel like cold fungus is not my thing. Do we really? Do we need cold fungus?
Apparently not, if you're just gonna crit fail it. So,
I'm mad.
well, further along the path, um, everyone, Garmarum, you get a perception. Mr. Gator gets a perception. Abner gets a perception. Everybody gets a perception.
Not blind.
Correct.
Oof.
Good news. Mr. Gator and Atticus, you notice. Right up ahead, there is a tree that has obviously been rigged to fall on anyone that walks near it.
I'm gonna grab Garmurum's shoulder to stop him from walking into it.
And now, if you would like, you can do this to potentially walk around it in a way to not trigger it collapsing, or you can do this to rig it not to fall.
I feel like Kuka is gonna have a pretty strong thievery roll.
Does anybody have a good nature? Not
Like
that kind.
mine's plus 9.
Kuka does have a very good thievery, actually. It's 13.
Yeah, way better than what I could do.
In fact, does he have super thieves tools as well? No. Well, let's hope he doesn't fuck it up. I think I need to select him and then press the thing. There you go. Tree successfully avoided. And from there, you can hear in the actual bush section of the hedges, you can hear a voice swearing and then skittering away.
Interesting. Do we know if anybody that's tried to set traps like this before?
Now, when you guys get to this actual real section of the map, you can hear up ahead, around the corner, someone there. Hello? Someone over there?
Yes?
Where are you guys? I can't see you through all these weeds.
Do we recognize
Carmel,
his
please
voice?
don't be this gullible.
Nah, he doesn't respond. Alex, why are you hurt?
Some mold froze me.
Mold?
Endothermic mold.
Cold mold.
The
You got
cold
mold?
mold makes me feel old.
You took mold damage.
Okay, you guys, you can stop hiding now. Come on, this isn't funny.
This is Buzzard.
It sounds like a small person, so no. Unless Vuzred is particularly fat and his vocal cords are so needle tight that he has a high pitched voice. Which at that point I think he would be dead. And then you can hear in a completely separate voice. Maybe I'm just hearing things.
Guys, do we have a cardboard box? I'm sure it'd be great for this sneaking mission we're on.
Sneaking. Would you rather I just make a distraction and lead them away?
You can hear a third completely separate voice go, "By Torag, what in the hells is that?" And then you can hear the sound of large wings flapping and flying above you.
We should probably just slowly leave.
Should we find cover?
There's already a canopy overhead, so
Oh, we could be fine. Slowly leave, like he said.
and then you can hear far in the distance what appears to be somebody screaming in pain.
Should we do something about that?
Nope.
But what if they're guilty?
Then they're getting their due punishment.
Well, their souls are going to waste.
There
I.e.,
will always be more to kill.
other devils are gonna get them.
If nothing else, they could potentially help us.
Yay.
Is Torag the dwarf god?
Yes.
He sounds like a dwarf god.
So yeah, potentially there's like a dwarf in here then.
Is it a guilty dwarf?
I don't know. Could be. If nothing else, if there's a discreet way to see what's happening, then we could try to better assess whether we should get involved or not.
Can Atlas get a look? And tell Coco what's going on? I can't actually remember if Coco can speak to rats or not. Or am I just racist?
He can, yes.
Okay, cool. It's been a while.
He can both speak to rats and he can speak to his familiar because it's a familiar. I believe familiars know the languages that you do. They just can't speak it.
Okay. How's that for a plan? Atlas Scouts? Probably should volunteer someone's dude they're not here. So that's just a
Someone's
suggestion.
familiar that's already almost died once.
But like, what else are they here for? Right? We could have this as a suggestion and ask Kuka if it's good to enact it next session. Or can one of us sneaky types? Who here actually is sneaky?
I technically have stealth, but I'm also not going to be nearly as good at it as Kuka is.
Damn it, Kuka shakes him.
Mm,
Why? Why are you dead right now?
got
And
an
Conj,
11 in stealth.
oh, you're pretty good.
I got 9.
Would you like to go like do a little scouting?
I suppose I can do that.
Yeah. Don't engage. Stay safe. Here's a ration.
Oh, thank you. I have some, but
Have a bite. I hear keeping your energy up is good.
You can now hear, off in the distance, "Show yourself!" Who the fuck is there? Come on, fight me like a man.
is he yelling at sneaking Abner, or is he yelling at something else?
It's far in the distance, so you would assume it's not you.
Place is probably haunted or something.
Yeah, I will try and get closer to see what's finding out. I feel like it might be a good idea to breadcrumb it. I have a free ration. Maybe use it as a trail.
Like hardtack.
Yeah, just kind of crumble that up behind me.
Did anybody take message?
I feel like I have it.
Not message, sigil.
Oh no, I don't have sigil.
I do not. I do have prestidigitation, but
I do have message, but I don't have sigil.
Because I think there's technically nothing stopping you from just writing a ton of sigils on the ground.
What does that do?
It just makes it like puts your maker's mark on the ground.
Cool.
Duration. Um, yeah, it lasts a week, and there's no limit to the amount of them you can make. So
That's nifty.
It'd be a nice way to like mark caves and stuff.
well, Abner, would you like to sneak ahead?
Sure. I'll cautiously sneak ahead.
Would be avoid notice.
Need a stealth check. Is that public or blind?
It's blind.
There's nothing.
Well, you sneak around and around the corner, and you can see a tiny little man who is looking around back and forth in a panic before they zip away like lightning.
Okay. Can I identify what this tiny little man was?
You can.
Okay. What was tiny little man?
Give me whatever check you think is relevant.
Okay,
Blind.
fine. Okay. I guess the best thing I had for that would be like society.
You have no clue what this thing was, but goddamn was he fast.
Okay.
Oh, it's the zippy.
Quicklings. I'm not sure if we know those in character. We did. I don't know if we talked about them in character, but they were mentioned.
Yeah, I think the fight with the red cap, or not red
Yeah.
cap. The lurker in the light had the ability to create quicklings, I think, from corpses.
And he didn't do it.
Thankfully. Other than that, I don't think we understood what quicklings are. Just that they could make them.
That was all there was. Just a weird little dude, and he ran off.
Yep.
Okay.
Very
I
paranoid.
guess we'll report back to the fellows.
You mean like a squirrel?
No, it was definitely a humanoid of some sort.
Oh. Eyes dart toward Atticus the Gator. A lot of A names here.
Triple A.
Triple A team. I'll go hang out here with Kuka, me and my non-A name. Even Atlas has an A. God damn. Maybe if I remove the G from my name and just be Armor.
That's like your discount disguise name, where you put like a
Just remove the G.
you just put on a fake mustache and drop the G from your name. You're like, I am Mr. Armorum.
So easy. Huh, no relation to that guy we're looking for?
Just
You
call
heard
me
about that loser?
a man at
Darn.
Armorums.
I have a way to maybe scout ahead, but like I've never used it before. I don't know if that'll kill me instantly. I'm also dying.
Is it summons? No, you got rid
It's
of your summons,
turning.
didn't you?
Nah. I have. Yeah, I don't have any more summons. It's turning into a dog.
That gives you pest form or something, right?
Yep. Pest form. I don't actually know if that
I
is
think pest
separate from
form
a
gives
regular
you
form.
pretty good stealth, actually.
I could try that. Will my armor blend into my body?
I think it does, yes.
Okay, cool.
So what Garber's gonna do is gonna be like, perhaps I can go join Mr. Abner in a different mission in case another quick fellow appears and we can go a little further. Don't well, are we with the group? Or is it just us four?
It's just you guys.
Okay, cool. I mean, us five, including Kuka. 6 if you include Atlas. So Garmer was just like, don't tell anyone now. Where the fuck is that ability? Oh, there it
It's
is.
probably Shape Changer's form or whatever it's called.
It's a myriad forms. And he picks like the one that lets him turn into a fox, but in this case it's a black dog. Which is just pest form.
Stealth of 10. It's way better than what you have, isn't it?
Yeah, holy shit. You know what mine is? Mine is 1.
How's it? What your dex is 1?
I think so. You
Okay,
know,
yeah.
I thought yeah, it used to be -1 because my armor was noisy. But my new armor isn't noisy.
You can even sniff around, which I don't think Abner can do.
No, I never took sniff as my feat, and now it's too late.
My AC is 20. My movement
Also,
speed is so slow.
20's still pretty high for this level,
It is
for
pretty
not
high for
having
the.
any armor.
I mean, 25 is base, so I'm actually slower than normal. Weakness 5 to physical damage, so if I get hit, I'm fucked.
And you
But
suck
yeah,
at climbing.
I do suck at climbing. I'll travel with, Mr. Abner by his side. And I'm gonna sniff around.
Would you both like to continue ahead? Or scout ahead, I guess it would be? If you scout, you aren't avoiding notice, though.
I guess we'd avoid notice while doing that.
Oh,
Or, well, I'm a dog. What would people freak out over a dog?
well, not a dog, a almost 7 foot tall hyena person.
That's true. Would you like me to scout and you can stealth? And watch my back?
Might not be a bad idea.
You do have guns and I have nothing. Because I'm a pest.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, okay. Is there a way I can make pest form happen?
Probably
Or
if
do
you
I just...
actually have the spell.
Let
Because
me
I know
just...
there's a polymorph thing that you can do somewhere.
Yeah, maybe if I just add it to my racial thingy. Change shape.
You can probably add spellcasting entry, innate.
Yeah, innate. And it
And
would
then it's
be...
charisma.
I think Kitsune's... Yeah. Kitsune's, I think, are divine spells. And this is a Kitsune thing.
I will be right back.
Proficiency. Sure. Create. I wonder if I can name it. Test form is what level? It's level 1. Wow! I dragged it to myself, and I shrank. Perfect.
Yeah, pest form
Let's
is
see.
1 because it's what beast druids get as their first
Yeah.
polymorph.
It didn't seem okay. Cool. My stealth is now 10. That seemed to work.
I'll go roll another sneaky stealth check.
I'll just scout ahead.
And yours lasts forever instead of 10 minutes.
Yeah, I can just swift back and change it back and forth.
Okay, Garm, give me. I don't think Scout has you do anything, but okay, yeah, you don't have to do anything. You're good.
Yeah, I'm just
Garmra, you go
sniffing
slightly up
ahead.
ahead, and you see. Well, first of all, everyone can hear what sounds like a fiddle being played, and they're playing it hot. Something hickory stump, and tell you what. But no, but
Good to know I play the fiddle too.
there are a couple of grigs sitting in a small pool of water. One is playing its fiddle, and there are a couple of pixies fluttering nearby, enjoying the music. And then they see a dog around the corner, and all of them are like, "Oh shit!" and put the fiddle away and hop away and fly away into the foliage.
They don't like dogs, I imagine. Can I roll a deception to be
For
like for looking innocuous and harmless as fuck? But I'm very harmful.
yes, it
We
doesn't say
like it
you don't
hidden.
get your mental stats, so
Yeah. It didn't remove it from my sheet, and it changed my other skills and my AC, so I imagine.
actually, let me look at the
Yeah.
polymorph tag. Oh god, it's huge.
Yeah. Oh no, what happens?
Don't allow you to take on the appearance of a specific. Yeah. Prevents you from casting spells, speaking, or using most manipulate actions that require hands. It's not
Hmm.
relevant.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're still good.
Okay. I can do it blind, I guess. Kind of sits there and scratches himself with a hind leg.
man, gotta look up some slang.
Some face slang.
Exactly.
Yo, check out the jive turkey.
You can see
Huh?
the Griggs pop out from underneath all of the leaves and shit and take another look, and they're like, Oi! It's just a dog, you blagging! And then you can hear up from above, No, it's a hellhound that's come to eat us all! Oh, it's just a dog, you div, you proper bellend, you mug.
I don't think Garmin understands any of this shit. Mostly because he's from hell. I don't think they say these things.
Oi, well, if you get bit, I'm staying right over here and I'll laugh at you, little gobshite. They continue to stay in the bushes, though.
Right. They were in a watering hole before this?
There was a small patch of water, yes, a puddle. It's roughly 10 by 10, so 4 square. A 4 square. Yes, that works.
Right. Maintaining the facade. He's gonna approach like the puddle and lap at it a little. Take a drink. It's hot here or something, right? Where actually are we?
It is. And
Yeah,
before
he's
you do this, can you give me a perception?
oh boy, I'm gonna get eaten by a goddamn crocodile. I need blind?
No.
Okay, we'll go public roll. Oh, it's a
You
night.
lucky,
Well,
you lucky
so
motherfucker.
yeah, so fucking look. I'm really bad at it. Listen.
You can see that actually this patch of water um, is some type of mucus because underneath of it you can see a large pair of teeth
Ugh. So
across
here,
a bunch of wood, and along that wood is a bunch of tiny little hairs. This is a giant fly trap.
incredible dislike. He approaches it, sniffs the air, and kind of just lowers himself to the ground and backs away from it. Keeps makes a mental note to be like, better tell everyone about that later. And he goes a little further in. What is this actually? Are these just bushes?
That is a trellis with a bunch of vines growing on it.
Oh, what's a trellis?
It's like a wooden support to
It's
help your vines grow up so they can get more
Oh,
light.
okay.
yeah.
It's not blocking the way or anything, is it?
No. This is a vineyard after all. They would have
Oh
those
yeah,
for
that's
the
right.
vines to climb.
Oh yeah, I could just walk underneath it or something. I'm keeping a nose out in case there are things hidden in these vines and they're about to snag me.
Funny that you mention that.
Hmm.
I guess we will stop
Immediately
because
here.
this would be the point at which you roll perception for initiative, in fact.
Oh no.
And then they would be rolling stealth. So, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
everybody else can also do their thing.
Yeah, I'll keep myself here. We can roll initiative next week.
I mean, I've been I'm assuming unless I bungled that roll, following along behind him at half speed.
Yeah. Yeah, you're technically nearby, watching my back with a gun out, I presume.
You're probably somewhere around here.
Yeah, but hidden. I just don't know where.
I can somehow manage to hide in plain sight. So
You're probably hiding in the
There's-
falling
there's-
leaves.
There's cover here.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be the hedge.
Okay. You're in Le Bush.
Le Bouche.
Le Bush.
So I actually have to go to each one of these things sheets and then change it from perception to stealth.
Oh gosh. Did you? Are they all the same creature?
No.
Because if so, you can just. Oh, you don't. You can't even just roll mass amounts.
And now I think if I do it, it's correct. Yes. So I'll do each of them. And then we can do the rest next time.
Yeah.
Next time.
On Frontier.
As there are more screaming noises in the background, far away from here now.
Suspicious.
Suspicious screaming. And then we will start with combat next time. Hopefully
Woo!
next week.